Anand? I think you put yourself on mute.
So, uh, issues of and currently I'm working on that update issue will update Meshery.
Awesome. Are you in a place to share your screen?
I'll need a couple of minutes to do that.
Yeah, it's perfect. No problem. Take your time.
So मैं आवाज थोड़ा कम कर देना तो
Awesome. Nikhil is there. Hey, Nikhil. Hey, thanks for joining. Oh, excellent. Hey, thanks for messaging, Nikhil. That's awesome. We're just waiting for Anand to actually share his screen. Let's just start with Anand. Like, I mean, since we're already there. Hey, Shubham. Hey, nice to have you here, my dude. That's nice. It's yeah. So pretty nice. Pretty nice to see you guys here.
Nice to see you, sir. Hey, is my voice clear? Hello.
Hey. Yeah, cool. That's perfect.
Uh,
I think it looks like you joined on two devices.
yeah, actually, in my mobile it was on too. So, just a second. I think it's not presenting.
Oh, I can see a screen now.
Yeah, that's great. Well, this is the issue on which I am working on from last day. Actually, I saw this issue a couple of days ago. But I was working on another issue, so I didn't started working on that before, and there are a couple of issues.
Okay.
Is my screen visible? Because Shimon told me it's not.
No, right now it is. It is. Yeah, I can see a screen.
Okay. Here's the issue on which I'm currently working on,
Okay.
and actually I give a thought on this issue, and the previous problem that we faced was will be here. Like we will need to use sudo to write file, download the file on /usr local bin for new Meshery, CTL. Okay. So that was one of the thoughts that I was thinking. I had some thoughts on that, and here are some issues that I have opened, and I think it's done. And this issue that I think Jesus or someone was working on, this decommission of Meshery bash script.
Right.
And I tried I tried all the commands and they were working accurately. And I don't know about the version one because it's not yet merged or released, I think.
Yeah. No worries. I mean, like, are you done with the version one?
Yeah, I'm done with the version one, and I think Lee has already merged it with the master.
Oh yeah. Okay. Then you know what? Like, that's fantastic. Like, so don't worry about it. Like, so the next time we make a release, that'll be part of that.
Yeah, actually, I'm working hard so that this issue will also get involved on the next update or next release. This update one.
Excellent, dude. Excellent.
Actually, I had a question for you that we would require a unzip. We would require unzip
Correct. Yes.
using Go.
Yes.
So
Correct.
actually, I found this uh, blog, which is where is it? The blog contains unzip function, which will take unzip file and the destination, and it will unzip the code. But I was thinking of something simpler so that we can use it and it won't be complex for understanding.
Cool. Yeah. No. You know what? Like, you are in the right path. That's one thing I can say for sure.
Well, that's good for me.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's good. That's good. Yeah.
Uh, well, the other thing is that the new, I think, the new boy who has joined that Shramik, I talked to him and asked him about he had any uh, docs or contribution guide. So he told me not. He was not having any of those. So we planned to have a conversation together on a call. So that's all from me for now.
Excellent, dude. Like, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's great.
Uh,
Fantastic. Okay. All right. Like, let's move on to the next person. Who wants to go next? Let's do the alphabetical order thing, maybe. So the next person is Ashish. Hey, Ashish. How are you, dude?
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Uh, so can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sir, for now, sir, I have not solved any big issues, sir. I have solved two of the small issues where I need to add issue template in so the new repo which is Meshery.io and Meshery adapter template. So which I added correctly, sir. So I have done so this two issue only, which has been done correctly.
Cool. Okay, so guys, just one thing. So I just shared the meeting minutes link. So if you guys, I mean, it'll be great. Like, and if you guys can actually, go and update it. But I'm trying to take notes. When you guys are actually talking about it. I mean, like, talking about your update, like, for the last week. Anand, you can. I mean, I see. I think I see Anand in there. So Anand, like, I've made some notes. Feel free to correct them. Because I might have made a mistake, with understanding, like, what you were saying. Sometimes, I mean, this is not just for Anand, like, yeah, for everybody. Because when I'm trying to talk to you as well as, like, take notes, so there's a chance that I might be making some mistakes. So the reason why I'm suggesting this is, like, one of the best things you can do is, like, go in, put your updates, put links to your GitHub issues, so that way, like, that will be much more better than me taking notes, me or Lee taking notes. Plus it'll be much more accurate, right? Like, so you can actually add GitHub links. You can also express your concerns. You can say, okay, this is an issue, so this is something I'm blogged on. You see the point, right? So it gives you much more control. So if you guys would do it, like, that'll be fantastic. but that doesn't mean like we shouldn't do the call. No, please no. So the point is like let's do the call, and let's go from there. Does that make sense? Does it make sense, guys? Awesome. Ashish, just one. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. So I'm ready. So cool. I see Ashish is actually making notes. That's fantastic, Ashish. That's perfect. Like so you are making okay, excellent. Okay, so apart from the issue number two, like which I think is for adding adding the issue templates.
Issue template, yeah, issue template, sir.
Excellent.
Yeah. And the same, sir, I added the issue template in the Meshery adapter template as well.
Excellent.
So
Yeah, that's
that issue is
fantastic.
and sir, regarding the new contributor, sir, I had a chat with Shramik sir, which is a DevOps engineer, as well as sir, one more guy who is from IIT Roorkee, I guess. His name is Supratik Das. Yeah, and so I provided him with Meshery contributors guide, and he said that yeah, he will give it a read and try to start contributing as soon as possible.
Excellent, dude. Suprajit Gupta.
So Supratik Das.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You know what? Like I'll say it's better you correct the name. I'm going to put Suprajit Gupta for now. Think of that as a placeholder. Das. Oh, excellent. Oh, thank you. Supratik. Okay. Excellent, dude. Okay, new person. Excellent, dude. Like that's fantastic. Any other thing, Ashish? Before we
And so the same sir I addressed with Shramik sir also, which is a DevOps engineer in he's from Nepal.
Awesome. Excellent, dude. Fantastic. I know. Yeah, gotcha. Awesome, Ashik. So, like that's fantastic. So this is great. I mean, this is what I was trying to tell as well, right? Like so now you guys are actually the most mature, contributors in this community. So you guys should feel empowered to go and talk to people and bring them in. I mean, it's again it's not a you guys know, right? Like I mean, it's we are trying to build this fantastic community, where the more people you bring, the more you get recognized. Of course, we are going to do our best to actually talk about Meshery, talk about it wherever we can, and now anytime we talk about Meshery, all your names actually are visible there, right? So I mean that's actually the interesting thing. Let me see if I can show you guys something. I hope I'm not too sure if you guys have seen Meshery.io. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen for just 1 minute. So I'm gonna share my screen. It says okay, I'm presenting. Let me know when you guys can see my screen. Awesome. Thank you, Shubham. So now this is actually the new site, right? So this is the Meshery.io site. I was making some very minor changes yesterday. Like for example, Lee was asking about a sticky header. So now if you scroll down, you can see the header sticks to the top, and when you try to go back, it actually tries to stay there. And then I try to put the adapters in a table, so it looks at least a bit better than how it was earlier. It has a list. And the other one is I added this new section called community, which is pretty much nothing. I borrowed it from our layer 5 io/Meshery page. Now the interesting thing is this. One of the things we did not have in the layer 5 io /Meshery or layer 5 io page is the site is that we didn't have a page for the community. So this was actually one of the reasons why we wanted a separate site for Meshery, right? This was one of the most pressing reasons. And now if you go to the community page, you can actually see all your photos there. So and the best part here in the conference, we have I think over 12,000 people, and we have tried our best to actually talk about Meshery to as many people as we can. And the conference just started yesterday, right? So there's just like another like 2 more days like of conference. So we're going to try our best to continue talking to more people about Meshery. So every time we talk about Meshery, the first thing we tell them is, hey, you should go and check out Meshery.io, right? Like I mean, that's because it stands easier, right? It's much easier when I tell them that, hey, the project name is Meshery, the site is Meshery.io, so that's much easier, which is actually the reason why we wanted to build a site, right? Like I mean, it's much easier to talk about it. Like same thing for you guys, right? So when you want to tell your friend, hey, go check out this project, like it's Meshery.io, right? I mean, that's super easy, right? So and now you can see all the contributors' photos are actually here. That's kind of the best part of this site. Again, this site is probably not yet complete. Like so we will be having more information here. Again, like so Lee and I have been like doing whatever we can in between, right? Like so I think Lee made some changes to this on Sunday when he was in Santiago earlier. But my flight was delayed. So I came later in the day. So I try to kind of squeeze in some changes, like in between all these calls. So overall, like I mean, this is actually like fantastic, right? Everybody like everybody's seeing it. I mean, like all the community members are being recognized. I think like if you click on the name, you can actually see it takes them to the Twitter page. So this is Anand's Twitter page, right? So this is essentially what we are trying to do. So it's not just about Meshery. It's not just about me and Lee or something like that, right? Like so we are trying to make this all about the community. So as a reminder, you can see Ashish. I don't think like Ashish, we have your Twitter page. So which is the reason why your link is not like functional, but Anand's Twitter. I mean, we had Anand's Twitter, so which is the reason why like we have a link to his page. The same way like we have another person's one. And then like mine is here, Gunjan's is here. So Ashish, like it'll be nice if you can actually create a PR like with your Twitter. That'll be fantastic. So overall, you can see like so this site is trying to give you guys a better visibility, like not just as a as not just a contributor, but you can actually go and talk to other people about this, and they can actually see you guys on a public page where you are listed as a contributor. That's freaking phenomenal, right? I mean, people, especially today, I mean, you guys know this, that people are very interested in contributing to open source and being part of open source. These are like two huge things. So especially for companies, like when they see people are interested in open source and are contributing, that's like a huge value. At least like from the circle I've been in and the people I'm talking to, you're like everybody is everybody's intrigued like by the fact that we are running an open source project. And people keep asking like how are you doing it, right? Like it's not a question to me or Lee, right? I mean, absolutely, it's a question to each and every one of the contributors, mainly you guys, like because you guys are the ones like who are spending like a lot of time in the project. That's fantastic. So yeah, I mean, like just to let you guys know that like this is exactly like how the whole thing is, like it's phenomenal, right? So yeah, whenever you get a chance, like go and see the site, and you find any issues, let us know, create a PR, and like let's do the usual flow like you guys are used to with the layer 5 IO site, like with Meshery project or any of the adapters, like so I think that'll be fantastic, right? So the sharper we keep the site, the better like the better your names get advertised, so that's essentially like why we actually wanted to create a new site in the first place. All right, so now I'm going to stop my demo, and then let's go back to our call. So Ashish, I'm sorry, like I just tried to jump in and like let you guys know that, hey, so it's not just Meshery that's being shown on like bigger stages, but we are also talking about Meshery.io all over the place. So that's, I mean, it's not just on stage. Like everybody I go and talk to, like we always, I mean, we tell them. Earlier we were telling them, hey, go and check out layer 5 IO, but there was this project Meshery, and so now it's much easier, right? Like we go to them, tell them, hey, I know you're interested in service meshes or similar area performance management. So go and check out Meshery.io. That's it. So the conversation is like really quick and it's really precise. So I'm pretty sure we would be having a lot of visitors. I'm not sure if we have Google Analytics connected there, but that'll be that's awesome, dude. Hey, thanks. So yeah, I mean this is actually a great thing for us. No, I mean by us I'm saying Meshery, the contributors and everybody in the project. So that's a huge thing for us. Uh, yeah, exactly. So I just saw Nikhil's message. I'm sorry, Nikhil. That. Yeah, Twitter or GitHub. Yes, both work. That's fantastic. Thank you, Nikhil. So Ashish, feel free to actually create a PR with your Twitter, GitHub. Whatever you think is actually the best thing for you. Excellent.
Okay, sir.
Shubham added. So Shubham is saying that Ashish added my Twitter or GitHub link too. Oh. So Shubham is requesting you to include his Twitter and GitHub when you are creating your PR. Excellent. So okay, so now let's go back. Let's try to speed up. Ashish, I'm seeing you are making changes. That's fantastic. I've taken some notes too. So feel free to correct them. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to talk about, Ashish, before I actually jump on to another person?
No, sir. For now, it was all from me, which I addressed previously.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So now let's move on to
No.
Gunjan.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Gunjan, how are you?
I'm good. Sir, first thing, I want to show you one bug in the Meshery page. Sir, I think that is a bug.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sir, can I present my screen?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Grab the ball.
Sir, in this page, when I clicking the run Meshery, but it is not working.
Absolutely. You know what? I saw that yesterday, but you know what? This is perfect. You saw it. That's fantastic. Yes, we should actually get that fixed because now when people go here and click on run Meshery, it's not doing anything, right? I mean, yes, that's a great thing. I'm going to make a note of it. Um, Gunjan, you know what? You should go and create an issue in the Meshery.io repo, and if you want to work
Okay,
on
sir.
it, let's do it. Create a PR. That'll be fantastic.
Okay. Okay, sir. I'll try to work on this issue.
Excellent.
So, sir, my next issue, I am stuck in a issue that is, sir, I am okay. Where is it? Sir, in this portion, that is the installation in this area, and I have to hide the whole section in this area. So I made the change here. So here you can see the change. So when I'm clicking this one, click here. It is showing this portion, and when I'm clicking this portion, it this problem.
Gunjan, actually, I don't think I'm seeing your mouse move.
Uh, okay.
Yeah, now I see some changes in your screen.
Sir,
Which section are you talking about? Is it the run Meshery section?
sir. Yeah, sir. Sir, sir, can you see this this area?
Yes, yes, I see it. Like I see the click here, right? To install on Kubernetes, click here. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, sir. Sir, yes, sir. So that in that issue, I have to hide this portion in this area. So I have to mention to install on macOS and Linux using Brew. Uh, click click here. So I made that change here. So this is my change. So when I'm clicking here, so it is showing this portion, and when I'm clicking this click here, it is showing the same install Meshery on your local machine by running. So both click here is addressing same thing. So how to solve this issue?
Oh, I see what you mean. Like let me just make a note of that. Okay, so how do you fix that? So you can actually the click here is I think pointing to is it has a trigger action or an event listener, which
Yes,
essentially
sir.
shows a content, right? Shows a div. So what you will have to do is you have to mimic the same thing.
Sir,
So the two click here's, I think they are both tied to the same event
hmm.
listener. So I think what you should probably do is you should tie it to a different event listener and have another
uh,
div that will actually show it.
okay, okay.
Yeah, Ganjan, you know what?
Uh,
Let's talk about it separately, right? Let's initiate a conversation on Slack, and you know what? Like, I can definitely I'll do my best to help you there.
okay, okay, sir. So, sir, hello.
Yeah, yeah. Go on.
Sir, so this is my problem. I stuck in this problem. So today I'm go through some two problems. I have already fixed those problems, and right now I'm doing uh, working on another issue, that is the recognize all contribution. That is it. Something like chatbot I have to install on every repository, and when anyone contributes something, that will be mentioned in the Google Docs. So I'm working on that issue,
Excellent, dude.
and along with I welcome some newcomers to our community, and, and that's
Excellent. Just a second. To report to Google Docs. Okay. Excellent. So who did you welcome?
I welcome Caroli Cass, uh, Shromik, and Supratik Das, Sarvagyan Singh.
That's fantastic, dude. You know what? If you are in the meeting minutes, go ahead and add their names. That'll be very helpful. We are kind of running. Yeah, we are running a bit late on time. It's almost 5 minutes past our usual finishing time. So if you want to do it, that'll be great. Is there anything else you want to talk
Okay.
about, Ganchan?
No, sir, I have already completed my all the issues
Excellent, dude. That's
which I
fantastic.
have to talk in. Oh, thank you, sir.
Excellent. Hey. Okay, let's pick the next guy. Hey, Nikhil. Hey, how are you doing?
Yeah, sir. I'm doing fine.
Excellent, dude. So what are you working on?
Yeah, actually, I was basically looking after the Meshery page. There was a issue with the collapsible drawer. Collapsible-
The collapsible drawer. Is that like the layer 5 IO Meshery or is it Meshery.io?
Layer 5 Meshery.
Awesome. Okay.
Actually, the Meshery local HP. This drawer will
Oh,
be
oh, oh,
collapsed.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Oh,
that's
I'm sorry.
called.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I got a fix for it, and I shared the screenshot with Lee. He said, "Okay, make a PR." And he asked me to change one thing, that when we click on this button, the icon should rotate.
Correct, correct. Yes, that's true.
So right when we click on it. So I'm hoping to work on that. And one of the things I saw one thing that when we run this Meshery page on 9081 localhost, that is generally the Meshery CTL part,
Yep.
it shows the most updated version of Meshery. But when I make the UI and build it, it is only showing the previous version. It is not getting changed. Even if I build the UI again.
That's interesting. So you are using 3000. So it shouldn't be using the old version at all.
Yeah, so that's because I built the UI again just right now before the call during the call just for confirmation.
You know what? You know what? So when you run localhost 9081, can you do localhost 9081?
Yes. So this is an 9892.
Can you reload the page? Because you said you just built
Okay.
it, right? Yeah, that's interesting. What can I say? One thing you can do is, so inside the UI folder, so there are some hidden folders, right? Like the dot next is actually a hidden folder, right? What you can actually do? Yeah. So what you can do is, you can actually delete that folder and then try rebuilding it and see if that fixes the issue.
Okay, actually, sir, I tried it previously, but when we again rebuild the UI, the previous cache gets recalled upon itself. I don't know how.
That's interesting.
I checked it previously when I was solving some other issue. The previous cache is called up itself from the node modules. Yeah, from the node modules or the static page. Which one?
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Still, I'll give it a try. If I didn't see, then I'll ping you.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Okay, so tell me this. Are you running Meshery inside a container?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that partly explains it. Yes, you're right. So when you're running Meshery inside a container, I think the image is getting updated, but your branch is probably is a bit outdated from that of master.
So actually, I'm using Docker desktop, so I basically start the build UI from the folder itself. I run the few commands that is given inside. So Meshery CTL start is previously stored on a container. I think it gets started again. So maybe that may be issue.
No. You're right. You're right, Nikhil. But the only thing is this, right? So when you're running the container, of Meshery, that's going to try to pull the latest version of the image and use it, which is actually related to the master branch, right? So now you are working in a branch. So my point is that there's a chance that your branch might be, kind of behind the master's head. So can you try syncing your branch with master and then trying it? You see what I mean? Cool, Shubham. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't know it was like an hour now. Yeah, cool. So Nikhil, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Cool.
Actually, I think it got muted on its own. I did check it.
Yeah, no problem. So, can you give that a try and let me know how it goes? If not, we can actually hop on a call and we can try to troubleshoot that.
Okay, so which branch did you ask me to pull inside the Docker part or the GitHub part?
No. So you are using a development version, right? So I mean, you're making changes in your code, right? So I'll say sync that code,
Yes.
sync that branch, with the master. I'll send you
Okay.
the instructions, like, to do that. Like, I think it'll be much easier if I tell you. I mean, you I think you know it, but I think probably the way I'm explaining it is probably
Okay.
sometimes that happens, right? Don't worry about it. I'll send you the instructions.
Yeah.
So I think all you have to do is like probably sync your branch with master. So which means it'll bring all the updated changes in the master branch into your branch, and voila, and I think everything will just continue to work fine.
Okay, sir. Okay. No issues.
Excellent, dude. That's fantastic. Anything else you want to talk about, Nikhil?
Yeah. So actually, this is the issue where this is a really old issue. Recently, Lee assigned me the second part of it. The second part contains that we will get a performance section in the management page,
Right.
the settings page. So,
Yes.
but the performance section is already there. So, will be a replica of the previous one, or there will be any changes,
That's that. You know what?
or the older version will be removed?
That's a great question, Nikhil. 213. You know what? I'm just going to make a note of it, like 213. I'm going to make a note of your question. But you know what? Can you actually ask that question in this issue and point it to Lee?
Okay, sir. Okay, I will do it. So that's why I didn't start working on that issue. Because I thought already the page is there, then what we do need to remove the previous one and start on this one, or do we?
Yeah, no, you know what? That's a great question. Actually, that's perfect. Yeah, this is fantastic. You know what? Like, yeah, you go in the issue. You know what? Like, address it to Lee and ask him, like, the same question. I've made a note of it, like, but I'm not sure if Lee will actually see the meeting minutes. So, get the
Okay,
conversation initiated, like, and let's see if we can get you the answers very quickly so that you can continue to work on it.
okay, so okay. I'll ask Lisa about it.
That's fantastic, dude. Like, that's a great question, actually. Cool. Anything else you're working on, Nikhil?
So just that the different rendering parts I didn't get got it till now.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Like, it's just been busy, right? Like, I'll
Yes, I got it. Situation. You can continue after KubeCon, then also I don't have any issues.
yeah, yeah. You know what? Like, I mean, let's do this. I'll create a calendar meeting with you sometime next week, so that, like, we'll not forget this, and let's get this resolved like as quickly as possible. Not sure if we'll have time on Friday, but you know what? Like, I'll see. I'll try to add a note for myself to actually, have a call with you to actually work on that other issue.
Okay, so okay. No issues.
Hey Shubham, how are you? Yeah, hey, you are now. Yeah, I think you are now.
Okay, okay. Actually, I'm working on the issues in Meshery.ai. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Okay, just a minute. Is it busy?
We can hear you though, but your voice is, it's not very clear. We can see a screen though. Oh wow, all the links are purple. Wow, that's a new color, dude.
Okay, currently I'm working on these two issues. And I have one doubt regarding this one, where you has asked to add a placement or real item. So in this page, okay, here he has asked me to change this with a real item. So is this the link that you was talking or some other link? Okay, yes. I'm sharing the issue.
Yes, actually, you're right, Shubham. You have to link it. I mean, what you're talking about is actually correct. Yes, that's exactly what you should do. Add a link to the Layer 5 IO landscape. Yes.
This one. You know, so I'm waiting for that information only so that I can work on this both issues simultaneously. And one more thing, is there anything, any update needed in this issue, or something else needed so that this issue can get closed off?
No, no, no. Can you scroll down to the bottom?
Yes.
So it says you have. Oh, you know what? No, 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 no. Go ahead. Like you can actually merge this. Yeah, sorry, you can close the issue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Like you can close this, right? You just do it right away. Yeah, let's do it.
Is this okay?
You have to. I think you have to type. Let me tell you in chat. So just give me a second.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
No, no. You know what? That's only needed for PR. You see the close issue at the bottom. You can just
Yeah.
close it. Yeah, just hit close. That's good enough. Voila.
Thank you.
Yeah, the issue is closed.
So I'm good. That's all for me.
That's fantastic, dude. Other than the landscape linking, are you working on any other new issues, Shubham?
No. These earlier I was assigning myself for information. I don't think so. I'm working on some others apart from those two.
I see.
Let me check.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. So you know what? I'll say finish the landscape
Yeah.
issue, and then
Single bond.
just a second. Just a second. I thought you had two issues, right? One was the yes, add contributor MD to this repo. What is that supposed to mean? I'm not sure about the issue number 3 though, because that is assigned to you, right? I'm trying to see what that means. Let's keep update the community.
Actually, this report, there's no file such as contributor.md. So maybe if you want contributor.md file in meshy.io reports, maybe.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. I think this is more in line with. You remember one of you guys were actually working on this. This all contributor something the GitHub plugin or something, right? I know one of you guys were actually working on that. Is that not? Yeah. So I think this is related to that. So that now we have a contributor page on the Meshery.io site, but in the GitHub repo, I think we need a contributor.md file, with all the people's name listed, so that once we add the plugin, for showing all the contributors, it'll actually kind of include all their images and kind of show them in a nice way. I think that's what that means.
Okay.
Excellent. All right.
And I will take just 2 minutes. My screen is visible.
Yes, it is.
So I have assigned myself in this issue, and I have requested one PR, and it has been merged or verified. I don't know what I could next.
That's fantastic.
I assigned myself to it.
Cool,
I
dude.
don't know what I do. Because I get created a PR and that has been lost if I'm not wrong.
That's fantastic. That's cool. That's fantastic, dude. Anything else you're working on? You want to talk about?
No, this is the last.
Cool. Hey, awesome, awesome, guys. That's fantastic. So, see if you can actually work on the issue number 3, and let me know, like, if you have any questions. And looks like Gunjan has a question. Hey, Gunjan. Yeah, what's your question?
Sir, I have a doubt. Sir, actually, sir, I'm working on a issue that I create that issue that was when someone sharing the Meshery.io link that is showing some unnecessary description. So Lisa told me to create a issue and change the description like before that was showing that track and optimize your sale team in real time, but I have to change the text, and so I made the change and now it is said may I present my screen?
Yeah, go ahead. Take your ball.
uh, Sir, when I made the commit, here is showing some checks have not completed yet. Sir, is it something wrong from my side?
No, no. You know what? Don't worry about it. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it right away and see what's going on there.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Awesome,
sir.
dude.
Thank you, sir.
That's fantastic. Yeah, cool. Like, I look into it and, like, see if I can, either me or, like, Lee can actually, take that PR.
Okay, sir.
Awesome, guys. Hey, you know what? Like, this is fantastic. So this was great. Like, you guys are doing fantastically well. Just keep up the great work, guys. The site is going to be seen by, like, a ton of people. I'm pretty sure this week is going to be a great week. So it's going to be like a lot of advertisement for all you guys. Yes, Shubham. Yes, we are at KubeCon. Yes, so KubeCon started yesterday. We presented Meshery at what's called a Day Zero event. And Day Zero events, I mean, like, there are like tons of events going on there. One of the event is actually called the NSM Con, and that's where we presented Meshery this time. We have presented Meshery at a previous KubeCon and in Barcelona, but this time, like, we are not presenting Meshery exactly in KubeCon. Correct, yeah. So there's a Day Zero event, and then the KubeCon itself is actually a 3-day event. So it started yesterday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it's going to go on until tomorrow. So it's like a 3-day event. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so we were talking about this yesterday, and then so Lee did ask me this question, and then I thought about it for a second. So I was telling him that, okay, so the call usually happens at 10 o'clock my time back home, but here, we are in San Diego, like, and the time is like 3 hours behind my time. So which is like 7 o'clock, right? So the event, so the KubeCon itself like starts at 9 o'clock. So I was telling Lee that, like, I should be able to take the call because we still have like 2 hours before KubeCon, so it shouldn't be a problem. And I'm actually staying at a hotel, like, which is not far from the main events location. It's about like a 20-minute walk. But sometimes me and Lee take the Uber together. So it's like a 2-minute drive from here. So it's pretty close. So yeah, exactly. Like, it is good for us. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's been going well. Like, yesterday was a really busy day. So like the hilarious thing is, like, me and Lee have, like, we stand, we have to stand for a long time to talk. I mean, it's not just my problem and Lee's problem. It's like everybody coming to the event, like, unfortunately we all have to stand and speak for like a long time. So like, so that's the part, like, which is really hard, right? Like, so by the mid of the day, like, my feet starts to ache. And it's a hilarious conversation between me and Lee because it's really exhausting. Yeah. So And then after everything, we come home pretty, sorry, we come to the room, pretty late in the night, and I pretty much have now, nothing to do. So like I pretty much fall on the bed. It's that exhausting, but it's also very exciting, right? Like we learn a lot of new things. We talk to a lot of new people. It's very exciting in that way. So so I think that overtakes the tiredness for the most part. That's a nice suggestion, Nikhil. Hey, thanks. The hilarious thing is, like, I mean, you're right. Like, I mean, that's a good thing to do. But the funny thing is, I mean, it'll not be nice if I have the folding chair, but the person I'm talking to doesn't, right? I mean, so we don't want to give them the feeling that, hey, you know what, I'm going to sit, I don't care about you, kind of a feeling, right?
Correct, sir. Correct.
Yeah. But it's crazy, man. Like, it's like there are 12,000 people there. The hilarious thing is, like, or the worst part is that, I mean, the best part is that there are so many people there, so much happening. The worst part is, like, when you want to use a toilet, oh my god, it's so freaking painful, because it's like there are only so many toilets, and, like, and there are like 12,000 people there, so going to the toilet, like, takes a long time. So so I have to mentally prepare myself for that. It's freaking ridiculous. Anyways,
Actually, this is the main problem. Standing for a long time, this is not the main problem, but queuing in a toilet is a major problem.
Shubham, I could hardly hear you. Like, your audio was kind of like, it looked like you were talking from a far spot from your mic. All right. I mean, yeah, feel free to post your message, like, here. But yeah, you're right. Like, I mean, yeah, 12,000 people. Like, I mean, it's freaking crazy. Yeah. But the best part is that, like, I mean, the event is very well organized. That, like, everybody gets food. I've not seen anybody, like, who is, like, skipping food or anything. I mean, there is, like, coffee all the time. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm a huge coffee drinker. So for me, like, that keeps me alive, is how I say it. So yeah, so I mean, like, the event is pretty well organized. So overall, it's very well organized. They have, like, huge stages. Like, I mean, the keynote happens in, like, a huge area. The area is pretty much like a football field. So it's that huge. So it's but yeah, overall, like, it's very exciting. There are a lot of new things happening. On stage they actually present all these new projects. And most of them are open source. So, like, it's very exciting. So this is actually a great place for us to actually come and talk about Meshery, right? I mean, so many people, get to know about it, rather than we talking to one or two people. Like, when we come to these events and talk about it, like, it reaches a bigger audience, like, in a much easier way, right? So that's actually, like, what we're trying to do here. So it's fantastic. Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, it was a great meeting. Hey, thanks a lot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, cool. Yeah, keep the Twitter flowing. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, guys. See you guys on Friday. So the event, I mean, KubeCon gets over on Thursday. So Friday morning, me and Lee will be able to join our community call. And let's see you there.
Nice. Have a
Yeah.
good day and a good KubeCon.
Yeah, awesome, guys.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, see you guys. Yeah,
Bye,
see you
sir.
guys. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye.